That's the road I come in on, walked in on. That's the one bad curve right there, and that's it. There's not much traffic. And there's one other hiker, and it's a thru hiker. He's a young guy. And he's talking about trying to get big miles to catch up with his friends when he was hiking with. And he might do it. These young guys, they don't have arthritis. One older guy over here, he's got him a private cabin. He's been hanging around here for 2 days. His knees, he's wobbling. He's probably in his 50s. So now that goes. He's taking a few days off. I don't know when he started his hike. My legs are feeling good. I'm gonna go up there and eat breakfast. It's up the hill. The restaurant's up the hill. I didn't know it opened at 7. I already been up there. Man, I got a great night's sleep here. This is good. I'm gonna go to that restaurant. Turn this. It's right up there, up the hill. All right. They got an American flag. It must be good. This place has been open an hour. I'm the only one here. Hey, buddy. I bet you eat table scraps. Yeah, you do. Looks like he's allowed in there. Had 4 bikers just show up. They got a circuit. That's pretty good. 4-egg omelet, man. But yeah. But I just soon get going. It's in my own car, you know. Yeah, but a cart. I didn't even see him back there. Anyway, looking pretty good out here. It looks like it wants to rain. The weather has changed, and the front's going to miss us. The weather's going to be to the west of us. Then you got that front coming across down there in Florida, so this is kind of in between. It's going to turn cold tonight still. Not as cold as they thought it was. It's going to be a frost warning. And out here in the upper elevations, freezing. So that's okay. I'm prepared for that. Rain and then turn cold. Now, if I'd have woke up and it was raining, or if it was going to rain today, if that front was going to move through, I knew I was going to get wet, then I'd probably I'd have probably went up the boots off and stayed there. But since it's not going to rain, now, you can't run from the rain. You know what I mean? Doing a distance hike, you'll never finish it. So, but to get a hard front coming in on the first day of a 4-day hike to get to Damascus, three overnight, get everything wet the first day. I don't know. Now there's going to be rain from here to Damascus. There'll be rain here in a couple more days. That's okay, But right off the bat, I'd have let it rain. I might have hiked out of here tonight. If it would have been raining today, pouring down, sometime this morning, I just waited on it. Then went out when the front was just about through. The scattered thunder showers, there's nothing you can do about that. That's going to happen. But when a front moves through, and there's a front coming through, that's a little different. I can put off for that for a little bit. But so it's looking good anyway. That means green light. So I'm green light just to take off. Good time to take off. It's cold and it'll be a slight warming trend. There'll be some rain here later in the week. That's okay. And we just need to get trekking to Damascus. Now, as far as getting an early start, which is smart too, you want to get going. I don't have the anxiety I used to when I just got more experience now, and it's actually more practical for me. The way it takes, I just ate real good last night, and it takes digestion is an interesting process. It takes a little while, and after this breakfast here, I had a 4-egg omelet, sausage. I don't even know what it cost. I got my ticket. I got to come down here to the office and pay for it. But I'm waiting on a valve movement. See if I can. I mean, I got all my clothes, everything clean. And it's like, you know, you want to go squat in the woods and do my best not to, you know what I'm thinking. It's much more convenient to do the business and a little better here. All right. This place is comfortable looking, but you know, if I stayed around here, because I need a recharge in my legs. Let's see. If I stayed around, there's nothing to do. I'd be waiting around here till 5 o'clock, 5:30 to go to town. What, to get McDonald's? You know, I'm gonna head on to Damascus, rip it up, and then I'll do a zero there. And get to Damascus is 50 miles, a trail. I could do it in 3 days, pushing hard, but I'd come in late. What I want to do is do it in 4 days, but on the fourth day, be a short day. So I come in town, I can get all situated, get my laundry done, get everything done. Then I can do a proper zero day where I don't have nothing to do but just go down there and hang out with outfitters, walk around town. Maybe, you know, go down to the grill and sit down and eat, stuff like that, you know. So, all right, let me turn this around. This is going to be too long. We're back in the back of the thing, and I'll film as I get going today. Must have been the original farmhouse up here. Wonder how much moonshine was made around these parts. I bet you this was originally this. I'm walking down this road, but this road that comes up here, she gave me a ride to town yesterday, and it is a long way down there. This thing is way up here in the top of the mountains. This hard top here. That's Dennis Cove Road. I mean, it takes as many turns as that one that goes down in Gatlinburg. And they got these riders, these motorcycle riders, there's a whole pack up. And they come out here and they ride these roads. And this is part of their maps. There's circuits for it. And they're these BDR motorcycles, and you know, them ones. If they ain't got nothing else to worry about. Oh shit! Here comes a go. Yeah, man. Look at that. We got to keep an eye. I got to pay attention right here on this road. But that's the one bad corner. I'll pick it up later. When I was coming out here, that right. There was a school bus and a car, and they come to a stop, stand still, because neither one of them could fit. That car had to back up a little bit. School bus. And the school buses up here, they're short. They ain't got no big old long school bus. It can't fit on the road. I had the school bus. I might have got it on the camera when I come out. All right, it's the bad. I'm past the bad spot. The rest of it, they can see me now. Get back over here. I'm back on the AT. Oh shit! They're behind me. All kinds of people out here. Talking about all these day hikers. There was a bunch of them at the trailhead when I came in off Dennis Cove Road here. This is a real popular day hiking spot, and you're gonna find out. This is Sunday morning, right in the middle of the weekend, and they hike down here. It's 1 mile, 1.2 miles, with this Laurel Brook we've been following down through the mountains all yesterday, where it comes together. It comes down to this spectacular waterfall down here. Man, that's what they hike to. That's it. Once I get past that, I won't say no more, because It's another 8 miles to the lake. That'll be the end of the day hikers. It'll be distant hiker trail again, but I've got to deal with that. It's usually on the weekends, because the day hikers during the week is a long haul for them on a weekday to come walk all the way out there. But it's a pretty good hike. But you'll see that, little kids, older people, stuff like that, But we'll see when we get up there. It would have been nice. It would have been nice to have unrestricted views. I had some pictures of that, of the falls, where there's nobody around them, And but that's okay. I'll come back through it another time. It's just, you hit these day hiking, very, very popular day hiking spots. That's what you got to deal with. And get down, get it on. I didn't need to take my poles out. I could have just left my poles in the back of the pack. Don't really need them. It's perfectly flat. Perfect day hike for perfect day hike for people. But I got a feeling I'm going to come up here and there's going to be a lot by the cars back there. And this is the middle of the weekend. There's going to be a lot of day hikers down here. And they looked at the weather and they saw it wasn't going to rain. There's two fronts pulling through. All the weather's going to be to the west of us on this front, and the front going through Florida is going down lower. It's not going to get us. So this is good. It's going to turn cold. But both them fronts are going to go like that, and it's going to turn cold right here. So, but that's all right. It's going to be in 20. Temperature's lower than it was this morning when I went to eat breakfast. I've got my rain jacket on. I've got a thermal underneath. My stretchy, and I got my hiking shirt, and then I got doggone rain jacket. And but I'm good. It feels great. It's gonna be better hiking today because you heat up when you climb. Now all these day hikers. The thing is, if it was any chance of rain, that would wipe out 90% of them. And then if it was raining first thing in the morning, that wipes out 100% of them. The rain, what it does is it melts them. It melts day hikers. It just destroys them. I've noticed that. So if there's any day hiking spot, if it's raining, they can't handle the rain. It just destroys them. So that's one thing. Kind of like the Wicked Witch of the West. It just melts down with their hats down there. If they get wet. But most of the trash out here is from day hikers, and the distance hikers. Some of the ones that don't have their routine down, where they just put trash in every pocket, then they reach in a pocket, get something out of it, and trash falls out accidentally. But but most distance hikers, majority, 99% of them, they've got a routine for the trash. I'm carrying a trash bag in my right pocket right now, folded up. After my last trail mix, I put stuff in the Ziploc bags. That's what I use as trash bags, and I tuck them in a place back there when they start filling up. Then when I find a trash can somewhere, I throw them all away. And so I've got a routine. Even if I bite a corner off a bag, that corner I'm going to reach in there and get one of my trash bags out, spit that corner into it. I don't stick nothing in my pockets like that, because then you get food stuffs in your pockets. You get it all over the place. You get that smell all over the place. And a mouse has been known to come up while you're sleeping and chew a hole through the sleeping bag to get to a candy wrapper that's in your pocket. Wouldn't be the first one that happened. That's why I kind of avoid those shelters if I can. But anyway, yeah, a lot of the day hikers, they leave a lot of the trash in the woods. But what really gets you is when you get out there and you're 5 miles from the closest road, or possible trash can, and you see a wrapper. It's like who's going to pick up the wrapper? That's one of the good things about these range that the conservatory hires, these ridge walkers, and your volunteers out here, and other hikers, other distance hikers. I've picked up trash myself. You look down and you see a wrapper, and I've got my trash bag. I pick it up, especially if I'm camping right there. Sometimes if I'm hiking, I'm making a climb, and I look down and see a little bit of trash or something. I don't stop my climb, But all of us, the distance hikers, So once you get out of, what I'm getting at is once you get out of day hiking range, the trail is always cleaner too. Yeah, it's your distance hikers, they're pretty careful. And after saying that, thought I was coming upon, this trail's been pretty clean. It looks pretty good right now. I haven't, after saying all that, I haven't seen any trash out here. So that's not too bad. That's a good thing. Let me turn the camera around here. This is a pretty cool trail. I'll get y'all some footage of them falls when I get out. But right now, these purple blossoms, I don't know what they are, what type of plants. I guess that's that mountain laurel, isn't it? But these things are blooming all over the place. Leaving these purple petals. It's like you're walking on a carpet of purple petals. I guess that's the mountain laurel. All right. Yep, everything is springtime. I'm not sure if the trail's up there or not. Not this trail. Oh, it's coming down there. Yeah, now that stone stairway. All right, I'm the climb. This would be a pretty cool day hike area. So Bob Peoples got that Concord down there, his house. I bet he's day hiked this thing a couple hundred times. You know, I wonder the history of this. This is not a natural cut. This must have been in a railroad cut, probably for one of them little link rail lines to get the timber out of here during the 1880 timber boom. I bet you there was some reason there was an old tram road coming through here. It is a cut here. Look. It's cut on the side for a road. Yeah, a pretty good cut too. I mean, look, this was cut all the way up to the rock, to the side. Another cut. I'm still thinking it had to be some kind of tram train or something. Look at this, another cut here. Both sides are cut right through here. That's the whitewater down there. We're way above it. And we're going downstream, so this is going to have to turn around and do something. It's going to have to cross again, I bet you. And then we go back up, I bet you. If it wasn't a rail line, I don't know, because the grade is about what a rail line could take. You know, it's real gradual. But if it wasn't, I mean, this ain't no ordinary mountain road. Look what they had to do. They had to blast this rock out of here to make this crevice. And it happened a lot of years ago. I mean, look at all the erosion since. So it happened, this was done many years ago. It's not natural. This was man-made, this cut. No doubt about that. So this was some kind of important road. I'm gonna have to look up the history of this. This is interesting. And check it out, another cut. Now we're going to go down to Laurel Falls, which I know is going to be packed with day hikers. But we're going to go down there and check it out. Got to go down these stone steps. But this, if you're driving around down here in the mountains, this is a good, great day hike spot here. Damn day hike. It felt good to do that. And it felt good to do that. Now that was a cut right there, right through here. Now this is north, and it's a real gradual grade. But you know, them day hikers, I go down there and I'm sitting there waiting patiently. I'm going to get me an unobstructed picture of them falls. So these day hiker girls, they're sitting there and they're blocking everybody from getting an unobstructed picture because they're just sitting out there in front. So they're sitting there for this, and finally they move. So I said, I'm going to get up by the right tree, take me a picture. I think I got a couple of them, but I get up there to get set up, and this other guy had just come down the stairs with his kid. So this is a dad showing his kid what you're supposed to do. So he sees me setting up to take a picture, and he's like, "Oh, there's somebody in my way. I can't get an unobstructed view." So he's in a hurry to get around me, so he can get a picture. I mean, how rude can you get? I mean, or I don't know if it's rude. I think it's just he was tired from going down the stairs or something, or he just didn't. He's just totally inconsiderate. You know, just an inconsiderate jackass. That's all. And that's what you got, though. It would have felt good just to take this hiking pole if I'd had it in reach and whack him up, catch him about the ear with a baseball swing. Would have made me feel good. But you got to get thoughts like that out of your head. I didn't even say a word. I got a couple. I think I might have got one picture in. I'm not sure. I care less. It's the only reason I went down them stairs. If I didn't realize it was a doggone haul, it was at least a 500-foot climb up them steps with this pack on. And every one of them were down there day hikers in the middle of the weekend. But I think I did good to get maybe one picture of them falls unobstructed. But that'll be all right. I can pick that out. I think I got one anyway. But all right, we're gonna move on. Here we go. We're fixing to climb, it looks like. I'm gonna replace some boards. Let y'all see which ones they're gonna replace. Look, this thing's swaying. That's a chute. Might take a ride on a rubber raft down that. Hit that log with your butt. That rock. Ooh, that'd hurt, wouldn't it? It's already around 3 o'clock. I'm at the end of a mammoth climb. I still gotta go out to there, but another few hundred feet. Just got a little break here. And it's gonna go down, go across, go back up. Alright, let's go. Alright. I think finally it's about 3:40. 3:45, finally topped down on this climb down there from that lower fork. creek down there. They done gone up a couple, I don't know how many thousand feet. You can tell it reached the top up here where this wind was the worst during that storm. Yeah, I bent that tree. Jeez. I just got bent. We ain't topped out. We were real close to being topped out. They are up there. That's the very top up there, I think. I don't know if the trail's going that way. Oh, what a marsh. Look at that. Alright, my GPS said there's water down here. There's water up here within 500 feet. There's a few rings on that one. I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna climb over. Yeah. Yeah. I could use that right there. I'm gonna load up. That's a good looking spray. Alright, there's Watauga Lake. Watauga Lake, and across there's the dam. Wow. Okay, I know where I'm going. We'll get on down there. Down there looks like where they're putting boats in. Right in that area there is where I'm gonna go in the woods along that lake and look for a hammock spot. That's my plan. By the time I get down there, it's probably gonna be 6 o'clock. 6. Oh, I bet you come on a snake on this. Come around here quick. Let me flying down here. Let me get these sticks. So let me sure I don't come up on a snake. I guess we're done with the Pond Mountain Wilderness in the Cherokee National Forest. These wilderness areas, alright, we just went right through it. These wilderness areas are, they got to be voted on Congress. They can't even use a chainsaw out here. They have to use saws. They can't use gasoline-powered tools. Getting close to something here. That's the lake down there on the other side of them cars, I believe, or part of it. All right. Got a white flash there. Means we're on the AT. Okay. Can't see it, but that's a cell tower up there. Yeah. All right. That means I camp around that lake. I'll have good reception. I got full battery charged, too, or a lot of battery. Yeah, a hammock down there. I'll have. I can have a good signal, even. Plus, it's going to get cold tonight. It's going to get cold tonight, so I'll be down in elevation a little bit down here. Then I'll hit that high ridge that comes around the lake, go around that dam, heading towards Damascus tomorrow. Still not far from Hampton right here. That road we're going to come out on by the dam actually goes around that back to Hampton. But so this last 10 miles hiking was kind of like all been the Hampton area. But once across that dam, that's it. We're heading on out of here. This whole area will be at least a double overnight from here to get to Damascus. So it's probably going to be a double overnight. Yeah, 3-day hike. And if I put in a really good day tomorrow, it'll be a short day there at the end. I'll be able to walk in and get some stuff done. and have a nice 0 day where I can kick back. That'd be really good. All right, thinking too far ahead right now. Right now I got to think about this dam and looking for some trees down here. Getting down here to this lake and looking for a spot. Well, the AT comes out here, but where did I go? That cemetery there. I don't see why, Blaze. We get down this road, I think. Wait a minute. Let me get my GPS up. Now here's the thing. This place is day hike so much. They don't put any slashes. I mean, my GPS says this is right. Going in the right direction. So this is the only way. So, but I don't see any markers for the trail. There'll be something down here. Alright, no through traffic, so we didn't go that way. This Boots Off goes that way, so where's the Appalachian Trail? That looks like private. Boots Off goes that way. I don't know. I don't see no orange blaze. There's something on that telephone pole. Yeah, there it is. There's a blaze right there. That's a blaze. And then I see another one way down there on that tree way down there. We're on it. It's a pretty cool house, but it's vacant. Wonder if it's somebody's summer home. Keep that in my summer home. They got bars on the windows, or bars on the door. All right, let me get out of the way. Overnight camping prohibited. I'll make sure I get in the woods there. There's the swimming area. I remember the Appalachian Trail goes along the lake on this side. It goes around the whole lake. It goes just about around the whole lake and to the dam over there, around there. So I just need to get in these woods a little ways and find me a couple trees. Find where the trail is. Where the hell's a trail? This is the Appalachian Trail here. Okay. No camping here. But take one step here. I can camp here. Now finding trees, that might be another problem. Climb in there and sleep. No. Be a great place during a rainstorm, wouldn't it? Sleep in there. Yeah. Right. I bet you it's pouring down water too. Alright, let's find something. Them guys out there bass fishing. That water's aqua greenish. Probably from farm runoff. I don't want to drink that stuff. There is a spring not too far from here. But I've got water to camp with. I just need to find a place to hammock. And I can hit that spring on the way out. You know, I found a couple trees, but I need to get off this main highway. Ain't no way I get sleep with these cars going by. Up there. I mean, listen to that. All right there. Let me try to get off this road some. I hate to pass up a hammock tree, but that was a pretty good spot. But heck with these cars, man. Let me get it going. I really like this here. I'm gonna find something around here somewhere. There's some people's houses up there. Or right along private property. Well, I'm looking. Found a place over there, but it was right inside of that on the beach, but it would have been really tight. That opens up, maybe I'll find something up here. I gotta find something soon. I'll be setting up in the dark. I don't like that. We'll find something. Somebody else camping here. That's a perfect tree. Both of them are set. This one's dead, I think. There's still stuff up there.